Evan stood in the middle of the bustling college campus, the early autumn breeze tugging at the hem of his jacket. He had imagined this moment for years, dreaming of the freedom, the new friendships, and the opportunities to learn. But as he looked around, all he could see was a sea of unfamiliar faces. Everyone seemed to be moving with purpose, chatting in groups, laughing, or hurrying to their next class. But Evan felt like an outsider, unsure of where he belonged. The first few days were overwhelming. His dorm room was cramped, and his roommate, Jason, was a towering figure who hardly spoke more than a few words at a time. Jason was a jock, always on his way to the gym or out with his friends. Evan, on the other hand, spent most of his time alone, trying to navigate his way through the endless corridors and crowded lecture halls. Classes were even worse. The professor spoke at lightning speed, assuming everyone had the background knowledge to keep up. Evan felt like he was drowning in a sea of information, barely able to keep his head above water. The more he struggled to keep up, the more anxious he became, and the more isolated he felt. One evening, after yet another failed attempt to start a conversation with Jason, Evan found himself sitting alone in the campus library. He picked up a book almost at random, desperate for something to take his mind off his loneliness. The book was a collection of Zen teachings, something he wouldn't normally have chosen, but he was drawn to it in that moment. As he flipped through the pages, a passage caught his eye. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. The words resonated with him. College was chaotic, far more than he had expected. But perhaps there was an opportunity here, an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to find his way. Over the next few days, Evan began to approach things differently. He made a conscious effort to focus on what he could control, rather than what he couldn't. He started to go to the library regularly, not just to study, but to find solace in the quiet space. He read more of the Zen teachings, finding comfort in their simplicity and wisdom. One day, after class, Evan noticed a flyer for a meditation group on campus. On a whim, he decided to check it out. The group was small, just a handful of students sitting in a circle. But the atmosphere was welcoming. They began with a simple meditation, focusing on the breath, letting go of thoughts and worries. For the first time since arriving at college, Evan felt a sense of peace. After the session, the group leader, a senior named Maya, approached him. "It's your first time meditating, isn't it?" she asked with a warm smile. Evan nodded. "Yeah, I'm just trying to find my way around here." Maya's smile deepened. "I was like that too when I first started. College can be overwhelming, but it gets better. The key is to find your center and let that guide you through the chaos." Evan took her words to heart. Over the next few weeks, he began attending the meditation group regularly. He also started to take small steps to connect with others, joining study groups, attending campus events, and even striking up conversations with classmates. It wasn't easy, but each small victory built his confidence. As for Jason, the silent roommate, Evan realized that he too was just trying to find his place in this new environment. One night, after another awkward silence, Evan simply asked, "Want to grab a coffee?" And to his surprise, Jason agreed. Over coffee, they talked. Not much, but enough to break the ice. It turned out Jason was dealing with his own set of challenges, and the two of them found common ground in their struggles. By the end of the semester, Evan had found his rhythm. He wasn't best friends with everyone, and classes were still challenging, but he had learned to cope. He had his group at the meditation circle, a few friends from his study groups, and even a tentative friendship with Jason. As he reflected on his journey, Evan realized something profound. College hadn't turned out to be what he expected, but it had given him what he needed: the chance to grow, to face his fears, and to find strength within himself. The words from that Zen book echoed in his mind, a reminder that in the midst of chaos, there is always opportunity. And with that, anything is possible.